because அது எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு விக்கிபீடியால கிடைச்சிரும். There's no statistics, there is no scientific name today. There's nothing too technical so that it's difficult to follow. It's going to be a very simple, very basic presentation that you like, after the end of it you should feel like, oh, so this is also something that we can do living in a city. So that's how I've scheduled it. So let's go right into it. So like they said, I'm currently posted in Pondicherry. I'm a 2012 batch IFS. எனக்கு the reason I chose this field வந்து, it was my passion. I think ஒரு third, fourth standardல இருந்து I knew I want to do something in this field. I didn't know what. எனக்கு IFS னா என்னன்னு கூட தெரியாது அப்போ. But somehow I think with hard work and God's grace I got into this field, and the rest is history ன்னு சொல்ற மாதிரி தான். So I enjoy doing what I'm doing, because if you don't enjoy this field, then you're in like a lifetime of hell. Your entire time you spend in a forest, you spend time working for the well-being of a forest. So wildlife conservation in an urban setting. So this is what you see today. இப்ப எல்லாரும் நிறைய மீம்ஸ் நீங்க பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. Every meme says finally the air is pure but we are not able to breathe. எல்லாரும் மாஸ்க் போட்டு போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். And this is not just today, it's going to get worse in the future. Developmentங்கிற நேம்ல development just for the sake of development should be questioned, So எல்லாமே, after you go into amassing wealth or whatever it is, your goals, your materialistic goals, எல்லாத்தையும் பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம திரும்பி பார்க்கும்போது, I don't know how we are going to enjoy it when we don't have a proper atmosphere, a proper setting. So for that setting, I think forests are the key basic element. They're essential. So what is conservation? We all know what is wildlife. Wildlife is anything which is undomesticated. It can be a plant, animal, insect, it can be anything. It can be above land, it can be below water, it can be in the air. So that is wildlife. Basically நம்மளோட domesticated species, ஒரு நாயோ ஒரு பூனையோ அதை தவிர்த்து இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே it is considered wildlife. Conservation, we also know what is conservation. Conservation is to preserve this wildlife, to protect it and to conserve it so that it sustains itself for future generations, for the times to come. Now, why do we conserve? India it's a brilliant country with all different types of forest. But what brought in conservation was the Forest Conservation Act in 1980. It is basically a guideline which says that at least 33% should be a forest in the country. But நம்ம இந்தியால it varies drastically. இப்போ நான் என்ன அண்டமான்ஸ்ல எங்க பார்த்தாலும் ஃபாரஸ்ட் தான் இருக்கும். சிட்டி it's only Port Blair that you can call a city. Otherwise you're only living in the midst of a forest. Lakshadweepla is 90% forest, recorded forest, notified legal forest நான் சொல்றது. Ladakhla there's only 1.47. So you can see the vast difference. So that is why 33% it's just a guiding factor. If 90 இருக்குது Lakshadweepla, we're not going to say cut it down and bring it to 33, develop the rest of the land. That's not how it works. And I had one student, I do a lot of nature camps. Wherever I'm posted, I go to the schools. I literally just keep talking to the kids because that's one way I would like to, instill this conservation principle in children. So it so happened in one of my camps, one little boy, government school pasanga ellarum vandanga, because Andamanla mostly you have only government schools, there are no private schools. So these kids had come, and then one fellow asked me, madam, you're saying 33%. Andamanla ivlo irukku, why don't we cut everything and just keep 33? So that is how their mind is working today. But it is us who should tell them, illappa, inge vande there is only forest everywhere, but you go to certain places and the forest 0% kuda irukala in future. So you're trying to compensate as a country, as like it's basically we're all in the same planet. Adi innikku we are realizing or chinna virus we are not able to handle, and that's been traveling continents. So whatever we do here is going to affect everybody. So Andaman can be an isolated island, but doesn't mean just because they have above 90% of forest we cut it down to 33, because the law says 33 is enough. So these are mere guidelines, and this is the reason we should instill this principle of conservation in kids. And then why do we conserve? We conserve because it is ethical to conserve, because it is legal. If you don't conserve, you're sometimes even put behind bars for cutting down trees without permits. Or is it because you're scientifically inclined to conserve certain species? So this again, why we conserve வந்து இப்ப யாரு வந்து கன்சர்வ் பண்ண மாட்டேன்னு சொல்றாங்களோ to them you can say legally irukku, you have to do it. So that will get a certain group of the population thinking, okay fine, we have to follow certain rules to keep living as a citizen of this nation. So some people will do it for that reason. Otherwise, you know, intrinsically இப்போ இந்த ஃபீல்ட புடிச்சு போறவங்க, why do they do it? They do it because something inside them tells them that it is ethical to conserve. And just because human beings are one species, you know, we assume that we have the biggest power, doesn't give us the right to stamp down on every other species that lived here and has been living here ever even before us. So this is like a question, even parents who are watching today, this is something you should ask your kids. Why do you want to conserve wildlife? Maybe your kid will say, I don't like bugs, I don't like insects, I don't want to conserve them. செடி இருந்தா தானே மம்மி பூச்சி வரும், செடியை கட் பண்ணிரு பூச்சி வராது, இப்படி சொல்ற kids கூட இருப்பாங்க. But it is up to you to make them understand why plants are important, why insects are important. Need for conservation, like I said, everyone is connected. So for the kids, this is basically for them so that you can, you know, teach them. For example, if a particular species of caterpillar goes extinct and the caterpillar la feed pandra, so many birds may also go extinct, and the birds that depend on it, everything is connected. So this is what children need to learn, even the adults, I'd say. Everyone is connected, every single plant, microorganism, herbivores, carnivores, primary producers, tertiary consumers, you name it, everybody is connected in this life, this web of life. So another activity for parents is there's this very simple game, it's called Web of Life. You can Google it. நான் வந்து என்னோட எல்லா நேச்சர் கேம்ப்ஸ்ல I do it with the kids. So you can Google that and you can, you know, for example, ஒரு plant இருக்கு, there's a grasshopper, there's a bird eating the grasshopper, probably a higher species or eagle one is eating this bird. So you can form simple food chains like this, connect them with strings and ask them to hold it, and then you start connecting. The grasshopper வேற யாரு சாப்பிடலாம்? Maybe a frog, and the frog is eaten by a snake, and that snake is eaten by the same eagle. And then you start forming different food chains and you connect every possible person to each other. Then you start cutting these threads. Then you'll see how these species, they just fall, they literally fall. So this is one way of demonstrating to the kids how everyone is linked. You can even, you know, for example, do it with members of your family, how each of you are connected to each other, what bonds you hold. Suddenly someone cuts those bonds, how you're left feeling lonely. So that will be a good analogy for the kids to pick up from. Another thing I wanted to touch upon today is endemism. We're talking about, you know, conservation in India. Basically, that's what I'm trying to present here because, of course, it matters to us. We all are Indians. So India, when the endemism is extremely high, we are blessed with endemism. Endemism is a thing where a species which is found here is not found anywhere else in the world. அதை பார்க்கணும்னா அந்த ஒரு இடத்துல மட்டும்தான் நீங்க பார்க்க முடியும். So this comes because species are evolved in that particular place, and the particular geographical, edaphic factors, and even biological factors kaga a particular species evolves in a particular way so that it can survive in that particular situation. So it's like so site specific. And the ஒரு species நீங்க அந்த இடத்துல இருந்து எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா that entire ecosystem is lost. And உலகத்துல வேற எங்கேயுமே you cannot see it. So India is blessed with 18 biosphere reserves, 500 plus mammals, 2000 plus bird species, but we have hotspots of endemism in Western Ghats, Andaman Nicobar Islands, or the northeastern is like beautiful forests, you know, every single species is unique. In the mari or it's a gift actually. இதெல்லாம் வச்சிருக்கோம் where endemism is high. So when endemism is high, for example, spotted deer இருக்கு, which is புள்ளிமான். புள்ளிமான் நீங்க நிறைய இடத்துல பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. Same way monkeys, bonnet macaques are there. அதையும் நிறைய இடத்துல நம்ம பார்க்கிறோம். They're all very generalist species. எது போட்டாலும் சாப்பிட்டுப்பாங்க, ஈஸி. நிறைய பேர் மான் வந்து கேப்டிவிட்டியில வச்சிருக்காங்க, பீகாக்ஸ் வச்சிருக்காங்க. It is possible, but you cannot keep these endemic species like that. நார்கொண்டம் ஹார்ன்பில்னு ஒரு ஸ்பீஷீஸ் இருக்கு. அந்தமான்ல இருந்து போட் from Port Blair, அந்த இடத்துல ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் ஐலண்ட் இருக்கு, இட்ஸ் கால்ட் தி ஐலண்ட் ஆஃப் நார்கொண்டம். நார்கொண்டம் ஐலண்ட்ல மட்டும் ஒரு ஹார்ன்பில் ஸ்பீஷீஸ் இருக்கு, not found anywhere else in the world. இப்போ it is our duty, our intrinsic duty to ensure that the Narcondam hornbill survives, that nothing happens so that that bird is disturbed. So in the mari or a high beautiful endemism we have, so that's again something, you know, we should think twice, we should think thrice before probably wiping out species altogether in the name of development. So this is again something you can do with your kids. Pick endemic species, make them learn just ore unnu, or a bird or animal, let them learn why it is so. Or there was this orchid, it had a particular length of stamen, and a bird, a hummingbird, evolved to feed on that orchid. When that orchid went extinct, that hummingbird went extinct. So that's how, you know, intrinsically it's connected. And again, endemism, they're even more so connected, you know, they're too tightly connected for us to, you know, not take risks. So we should protect our species more, especially the endemic ones. Charisma versus inconspicuousness. So I'd request all of you to just close your eyes for a moment. Just take a deep breath and think of a forest. Think of yourself standing in the middle of a forest. I am sure almost all of you picture yourself standing in the middle of a beautiful jungle full of trees, greenery, shrubs, vines, climbers, a beautiful, basically an evergreen forest, a rainforest. So forest nale, what comes to our mind is this. This is our picture of a forest. எத்தனை பேர் வந்து கண்ணு மூடி ஒரு டெசர்ட்க்கு போனீங்க இப்போ? So that is the charisma factor. ஒரு அனிமல், ஒரு வைல்ட் அனிமல்னா நமக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் என்ன வரும் மைண்ட்ல? ஒரு டைகர், லயன் தான் வரும். nobody will think of a spotted deer, nobody will think of a little Indian hare. யாருக்கும் வராது. why? That charisma. So ஒரு ரெயின் ஃபாரஸ்ட் ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்றதுக்கு a lot of people, first they will have awareness, they will accept it as a forest, plus they will be more you know, attuned to saving a rain forest versus a desert. இப்போ டெசர்ட்ல தண்ணி கொண்டு வரலாம்னு சொல்றது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய விஷயம். of course agreed, water is important. அந்த டெசர்ட்ல தண்ணி இல்லாம சர்வைவ் ஆகிறதுக்கு நிறைய ஸ்பீஷீஸ் எவால்வ் ஆயிருக்கு. once you bring in that water factor, once you say டெசர்ட்ல ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை, it's a barren land, let's, you know, finish this off, bring water and maybe start real estate, a lot of people won't even understand they're cutting down a forest. So same with marine and grasslands. ஒரு ஓஷனுக்கு கீழே, கடலுக்கு கீழே, why do we think of the ocean? We think, if you're a non-vegetarian, you think about fish, basically fish. மிஞ்சி போனா ஒரு prawn, lobster, crab. Otherwise we never give a second thought about marine species. Same with grasslands. Wolves are there, foxes are there, jackals are there. நிறைய grassland species இருக்கு, நம்ம இந்தியாலயும் இருக்கு, which again they don't gain lot of value because they're not very charismatic to look at. ஒரு டைகருக்கு இருக்கிற charisma வந்து ஒரு great Indian bustardக்கு இல்ல. People are not able to relate with that species. So this is something, again, as parents, I would request you to break this. You know, this is again stereotyping in one way. That which is very beautiful and majestic, or an elephant or a tiger or lion or a very powerful species, versus a small, probably a tree mouse or something. So this is again something we have to break. We have to be able to appreciate even the smaller species, the lesser known species. Same, that's what it says in the rest of the slide, a tiger versus a deer. ஒரு high altitude க்கு நீங்க போனீங்கன்னா cold deserts இருக்குல்ல, தாட்ல stretches of barren mountains with snow caps. But angada snow leopards are there, and the snow leopards, they feed on blue sheep. But you go to that landscape, you ask somebody, inga enna animals irukku, wildlife irukku, first avanga vaayila snow leopard da varum. Nobody would even recognize a blue sheep. So this is what is usually, you know, nariya kuttis on, you must have read it in school. Keystone species, umbrella, flagship and foundation. A keystone species na, that which is very, very important for that entire ecosystem, and the particular animal has the power to modify that ecosystem itself. For an example, I would say an African elephant. An African elephant is agreed beautiful, charming, powerful. நிறைய பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, ஒரு யானை வந்துட்டு போனா அந்த இடமே வந்து it's destroyed because it's a huge animal, it creates a lot of damage. But the truth is, African, most of you would have seen pictures of the African savanna. African savanna irkradhukku reason because of these elephants. They go, they pull down the big trees, they eat from the shrubs, they disperse seeds of certain species, and the elephant oda gutla and the seeds pass ஆகி வரலனா, some species have only a 10% chance of survival, tree species. When just because they pass through the gut of the elephant, they have a 50% chance of survival. So in the bushes எல்லாத்தையும் create பண்றதே இந்த elephants தான். You remove the elephant from the African savanna, it's going to one day turn into a forest or maybe go barren. We don't know how it's going to react. But this elephant is a keystone species and it is actually modifying its entire environment. Umbrella species is what we all have in our minds. You know, or a rainforest na or a tiger. So you save the tiger, you're actually saving the entire forest. So this is why we promote such species, such charismatic species for conservation. We don't say save the deer, we say save the tiger. We don't say save the probably a wild boar. We say save the leopard. These are species. You save a leopard. Actually, one tiger, when it is said as a conservative estimate, for one tiger to survive in a forest, it needs a deer population of 500. Because only then the deer will self-sustain. They'll have deaths, they'll have birds. And in the tiger it will not every time be successful in hunting. The time tiger to survive, it needs 500 deer. So it is difficult to say save 500 deer. We're just saying save one tiger. So this is the definition for an umbrella species. Again, very commonly seen in newspapers and all. Flagship again the same thing. Just minor differences. Flagship is I would say or environment, they are the most important species. For example, or marine ecosystem la sea urchins play a big role. They feed on in the kelp forest. I'm not sure how many of you have heard. There are these kelp forests under the sea. So it's like basically a sea grass type. So in the urchins, they're like your grasshoppers, your locust. They feed on the kelp too much. So in the urchin control பண்ணலனா your kelp forest போயிடும். So in the urchin சாப்பிடுறதுக்காக you have sea otters. These otters, they feed on the sea urchins and they keep these kelp forests sustaining. So your otters are flagship species. Again, foundation is a best example marine da. Coral reef systems, everybody must have heard corals. So in the coral it's a microorganism actually. Basically it's just that. And the coral irkradhunala da, just because of that microorganism, huge reefs are formed. So many innumerable species are sustaining themselves there. And in the oru coral illana, probably I don't know what you'd see under this sea today. So corals are the foundation species. So these are the 4 different types that you commonly encounter. So I thought I should discuss this. So recognizing wildlife around mainly for the city people. Plants. So again, because we're in a lockdown, actually I wanted to hold a nature camp in Salem this summer, but unfortunately அது நடக்கல because of the pandemic. But these are some things I hoped I could do with the kids. And so now I'm passing on this message to all of you. So you can do it with your kids or even adults who are interested. Please feel free because it's actually very, enlightening. நம்மள சுத்தி சிட்டின்னு சொல்றோம், but every single city has a lot of trees. அங்க சிட்டில தான் major planting நடக்குது basically. So you have lots of plants around you. நம்மளுக்கு எல்லாத்தோட பேர் தெரியாது. So you identify at least one plant a day. You identify, you make an album basically, or a herbarium or album mari pannunga. You can take pictures of it. You can take a picture of the tree or plant or shrub, climber. It can be anything. Put that. You monitor that tree over a season. Adu eppo flowering varudhu, how does the flower look? Eppo fruiting varudhu, how does the fruit look? How does the seeds look? You can even try germinating them in your house. See if it germinates or not. So these are certain things you can do, simple things, so that you're aware of what is there around you. When you do this automatically, you will be noticing insects. Silla plants la silla insects irukum, eggs irukum, caterpillar irukum, larvae. You can even see pupa. Nariya perku innum pupa nu or stage nadula irukune theriyadu. Unfortunately, I've seen many people because I keep interacting with students. பியூபானா என்னன்னு கேட்டிருக்கிறவங்க எல்லாம் இருக்காங்க. பிகாஸ் we're not actually aware. நம்மள சுத்தி இவ்ளோ butterflies இருக்கு. We don't know their entire cycle. We don't know what are their host plants. எந்த species of butterfly ஓட caterpillar எந்த plantல இருக்கும் நமக்கு தெரியாது. So this again you can do, which I wanted to do, is like collect larvae. When you go out, you look for plant leaves and all. You can even look for caterpillars. Or a plastic bag la potukonga, blow air and you tie it. Poke few holes and you can just hang it in your room. You put the caterpillar and whichever leaf, plant you picked it up from, and the plant or the leaves neenga ulla podunga. Basically you're feeding it. You feed it, it will feed, it will pupate, and the adult will come out. So this is like the best learning experience you can give your kid. You can definitely do this. Herpetofauna, obviously, city la irukrongradhukaga it doesn't mean we don't interact with reptiles and amphibians. நிறைய பேர் they, especially because of the lockdown again, they keep sharing pictures of toads and frogs that are coming into their house. அந்தமான்ல வந்து வீட்ல invariably we see snakes. அப்படிதான் நினைச்சேன். பாண்டிச்சேரியில we are getting even more snake calls. டெய்லி எப்படி ஒரு 4-5 இடத்துல இருந்து ஃபோன் வந்துரும். இந்த வீட்ல இங்க பாம்பு இருக்கு. We don't know what snake it is. Please help. So this is something you should teach your kids to, and also learn yourself, is to identify the snake. First, identification is very important. If you are not able to identify, you please assume all snakes you see are venomous. That is the safest way to do it. Please don't try to handle snakes if you're not trained. அது உங்களுக்கு எவ்வளோக்கு எவ்வளோ it can turn into a painful experience. The same for that animal. ஒரு நான் venomous snake வந்து உங்களை கடிச்சதுன்னா that snake can never survive again. It's very very difficult. ஒரு பச்சை பாம்பா இருக்கும், நீங்க பிடிக்கிறேன்னு சொல்வீங்க. Just because you know it's non-venomous, it's not going to hurt you. அப்படியே கடிச்சா கூட சரி ஒரு டிடி போட்டுக்கலான்ட்டு நிறைய பேர் இருக்காங்க. They do it. அந்த ஒரு காலர் தூக்கிறதுக்காகவே நிறைய பேர் பண்ணுவாங்க. பட் அந்த பாம்பு உங்களை கடிச்சிட்டுனா அதோட fangs it will break. If it breaks, it can never feed on another animal. It is bound to die. So இது வந்து it's just a request basically. Identify your species. You know their ecological role. எதுக்காக இந்த பாம்பு இங்க வருது நீங்க அனலைஸ் பண்ணி பாருங்க. இப்போ உங்க வீட்ல வந்து probably there are rats nearby or something, you'll find cobras coming near. You'll find rat snakes coming. But rat snakes are non-venomous, so doesn't mean you can handle them. Always have a helpline. உங்க phoneல எப்படி எல்லாரோட contacts இருக்கோ, you have the number of your local forest department or your range officer, so that every time there is a intrusion, snake intrusion, please call the department and don't take matters into your own hands. Avifauna, basically birds. Again, you can do this. Very simple வந்து species identification. Because வந்து ஒரு மைனா, ஒரு pigeon, basically காக்கான்னு சொல்றோம். எல்லாருக்கும் காக்கா தெரியும். எத்தனை பேருக்கு காக்காவோட scientific name தெரியும்? எத்தனை kidsக்கு தெரியும்? We don't really pay attention. ஏன்னா we think we're too cool to look at a kaka. But it's not like that. Kaka வந்து it's very very intelligent. It's a brilliant bird. You can make friends with it. And அதுக்கு வந்து கோவம் வந்துச்சுன்னா it will pick on you for the rest of its life. நிறைய காக்கா வந்து ஆளுங்களை குறி பார்த்து வந்து அடிக்கும். It will keep chasing you. So they are actually very brilliant species. So you can do small experiments with crows. You can have a bird bath in your balcony. உங்க வீட்ல வந்து ஒரு மொட்டை மாடி இருக்குன்னா நீங்க தாராளமா பண்ணலாம். ஒரு bird bath, ஒரு bird feeder வச்சுட்டு you can at least see who is coming to your house. எந்த டைம்க்கு யார் வராங்க, மார்னிங் earlier which birds come, later in the day who comes. எங்க வீட்ல நாங்க we used to have a bird bath, we still do. ஒரு mid afternoon நீங்க போய் பாத்தீங்கன்னா the predators come. Kites வரும், shikras வரும். Early morning பாத்தீங்கன்னா you will get these smaller feeding birds, you get babblers and all. So it's actually very interesting, especially in such a time when you're available to monitor your bird baths. Next is the feeding and the nesting. So again, fruits, frugivores, insectivores, நிறைய இருக்கு to learn just by observation. And again, nesting. காக்காவோட நெஸ்ட்ல எத்தனை பேர் வந்து cuckoo birds observe பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? Brood parasitism. Cuckoos வந்து they lay eggs in the crow's nest. Generally இது ரொம்ப ரொம்ப common. But how many of your kids have seen it? And this is something you don't have to, இது ஒரு பெரிய ஃபாரஸ்ட்டுக்கு நம்ம ஒரு ட்ரிப் பிளான் பண்ணி போய் இதை காட்டணும்ட்டு அவசியமே இல்லை. ரொம்ப தாராளமா பார்க்கலாம். நிறைய பேர் ஜங்கிள் புக் ஈவன் த நியூ பார்ட் நீங்க பார்த்துருந்தீங்கன்னா பிகினிங்ல காட்டுவாங்க. I think ஒரு bee eater வந்து it will be feeding a cuckoo chick. So this is something you can create interest in your kids, even yourselves. just by observing. And the other thing is mammals. Unfortunately, we are in the city. Mammals, but for bonnet macaque menace, monkey menace, not much of an interaction. But definitely, konjo urban rural, and the mari ninga poningna, you can see mongoose, civets. That is possible. Even Salem, I think Yerkadla, you can see civets. They're very common, but underappreciated once again. Birds, like I said, these are all birds. Kaito, shikra, sunbird, tree pie, owls, especially nocturnal. You have a brilliant species group. Salem, even people who are watching from elsewhere. Owls, they're excellent species, adapted so well for the night. அவங்கள observe பண்றதே, it's like utmost pleasure, it's amazing. ஒரு bird experiment ஒன்னு பண்ணிருக்காங்க with a mic and all. They have a trained pigeon flying from point A to point B. For example, point A and point B, it is flying. In the full, they've kept microphone, and the pigeon makes such a huge noise. Okay. Next, they're sending a smaller bird, I think a myna or something, I don't know. And that bird also makes noise. But when the owl flies from point A to point B, there are literally no sound waves at all. So it's like wonderfully adapted and definitely underappreciated. ஏன்னா இப்போ பேட்ஸ், இப்போ பேட்னு சொன்னாலே எல்லாருக்கும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பயம் வரும் கொரோனா வைரஸ்னால. And people are also disgusted by bats, disgusted by turtles. வீட்ல வச்சுக்க கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, பேட்ஸ் இருக்க கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, owls இருக்க கூடாதுன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. But all these are just myths of things we don't understand. Most of these species are nocturnal. They all come in the night. We don't know what is going on. We didn't know what was going on, mundi. But now we have also evolved so much. Man, he was a diurnal person, a diurnal species, but now man is active 24/7. So it doesn't mean, just because we mythologically we had an opinion about a species, it is true. It could be wrong also. So owls and the vishatla, you can just take your kids out for a walk or sit on your balcony or at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you sit there and just look at the sky very quietly. You won't even notice it, but there'll be owls flying, there'll be bats flying. It's brilliant to observe. Balcony bird count and potrken. This is again something people are doing in the citizen science program, and it's effective. It's wonderfully effective. One of my mentors from NCBS, so he walks his daughter to school every day. அவர் எப்போ ஸ்கூல் பஸ்க்கு கொண்டு போய் விட போனாலும் he used to make an observation of all the birds he saw on the point, on the route, walk பண்ணி போவாங்க. After this lockdown began, that number has been showing amazing patterns. So this is simple. நீங்க உங்க பால்கனிக்கு போங்க, மார்னிங் ஒரு 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, whenever it is convenient. Have a time, have a fixed time. Note down the species of bird you're seeing, how many birds you're seeing. Just do this exercise for like half an hour. Note the time, note the day, date, and just do this for a month or do this for a year. You're going to see how species are changing with season, how the time of the day, how that is going to influence the bird behavior, whether bird is feeding or whether it is trying to nest. You can observe huge data from this. And again, kids, it will instill in them that patience, to sit and observe something and think nothing else about it. So this balcony bird count is something all of you can try. It's very easy. The other thing I'd like to touch upon is wildlife hunting or trading, because that's something I'm directly concerned about, being a forest officer. So a lot of trade happens, illegal wildlife trade, and arms and ammunition, human trafficking, narcotics. The fourth biggest illegal money movement happens in the name of wildlife trading. So again, tigers and leopard, they're hunted for their skin, bones, or a part kuda vittu vekkala yaro. Even tiger oda pallula they make a toothpaste. That this TCM is called traditional Chinese medicine. That toothpaste is very, very well sought in China. People believe tiger pallula panna toothpaste na namba pallu strong airum. So basically, these are things which have never been proven scientifically. And China la avanga pallu velakradhukaga, India is losing all of her tigers, which I think is absolutely not fair. So it is up to us to not promote these things. Mongoose oda hair excellent paintbrush. அதுக்காக thousands of millions of mongooses have been killed. Still they are being killed. Pangolin scales. Pangolin is again accused of being the first host of coronavirus. Pangolin lenda da vanduchu. That's what scientists believe today. And the reason it came from the pangolins to humans is because pangolin consumption is very, very high in China. And pangolin scales, they have a lot of use in traditional Chinese medicine. So that is again highly like இதெல்லாம் வந்து pangolin நிறைய பேர் நம்மளுக்கு என்னன்னே தெரியாது, எறும்பு திண்ணின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த pangolin நிறைய பேர் பார்த்திருக்கவே மாட்டோம். But every single shipment which is seized, it will have like lakhs and lakhs of these animals rolled into a little ball, or just their scales. I'll show you some pictures. Same way reptiles, நம்ம பாம்புன்னு சொல்றோம், இந்த crocodiles all of these reptiles, they're all hunted for their skin, and sometimes they're even killed when they're, you know, they're still alive when they're being skinned. And the all come from illegally or legally sourced, could be, but they all are done from reptile skins. So here you can see tiger skin. என்ன இதுல saddest partனா, இப்போ ஒரு 10 tigers வந்து poach பண்றாங்கன்னா only 1% of detection we have. One maximum in certain cases, certain species, it is 4%. So for every single case, இப்போ இந்த tiger வந்து புடிச்சிட்டாங்க இந்த poachers ஓட, it means 10 other tigers have already left the country without our notice. Very rarely we have large seizures like this. In fact, my thesis was to identify when the leopard tiger skins எல்லாம் வந்து they move through cities, and அங்க தான் airport இருக்கு, or there is the water port, they can take a ship and go somewhere. But what we don't know is actually இந்த tiger வந்து இப்ப cityல இல்ல, where is it coming from, எந்த forestல இருந்து வருது, அது தெரிஞ்சாதான் அந்த forestல you can strengthen protection, right? So my MSc thesis was this, and we were actually very successful in taking back these species. The skin la irundhu DNA edutha, and the DNA vanda we put it back in the source population. So we were able to identify எங்க வந்து poaching ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கு, எந்த இடத்துல இருந்து எங்க movement ஆகுது skins. That way we were able to increase protection efforts. On the left you can see those are bear paws. இவ்வளவு தூரம் கட் பண்ணி வச்சிருக்காங்க. So you can see the number of bears that must have been killed for such a picture to be possible. Bear paws, again traditional Chinese medicine that is used. On the right side you can see gallbladder, bear oda gallbladder. In fact coronavirus வந்து இதுல cure ஆகுதுன்னு கூட நடுவுல rumors had been initiated by I don't know who. So gallbladder poaching, that's extremely related for this bear paw and gallbladder. They don't have a species. You can see the ivory trade here, which is like immensely huge. அது வந்து totally under just out of control. And the Indian scenario la வந்து it came to a point that male elephants were removed, you know, systematically poached. South Indian we had a lot of very well-known wildlife poachers, and north again north south divide illa, actually everywhere it has been rampant. Finally it came to a stage that for every single male elephant there were 99 female elephants. Sex ratios were skewed, and to accommodate to this sort of hunting pressure, elephants வந்து they were being born as maknas. Maknas na male elephants without tusk. அந்த பல்லு இருக்காது, டஸ்க் இருக்காது. டஸ்க் இருந்தா தானே வந்து we are being selectively poached ன்னு சொல்லிட்டு elephants-ல வந்து selection for makna வந்து became high because maknas are male elephants and they survive well into their adult life. But a huge tusker வந்து it has a low chance of survival because of wildlife poaching. What you can see are bags and bags of pangolin scales. Again, ஒரு shipment-na unfortunately என்னன்னா இப்போ ஒரு tiger skin-na நீங்க ஒரே ஒரு skin கூட பிடிக்கலாம், or maybe ஒரு 10, 20, 30, not more. But pangolins எல்லாம் இப்போ இந்த ஒரு bag fill பண்ணவே you need at least ஒரு 100 animals. You can see the number of bags they have seized. So this is like heartbreaking, and we don't really appreciate how the other species are going extinct because we are focused on the bigger ones. Or a tiger, leopard இருக்கிற charisma நால we don't pay attention to such species at all. இது வந்து you can see dried pufferfish and all. இது வந்து see wildlife markets are very common in certain Asian countries, but not in India, thankfully. But again, marine species, they're being traded legally, illegally. ஏன்னா அவங்களோட rules are different. Number rules are luckily better. These again, you can see such bags made from crocodile leather. These crocodiles, they're skinned when they're still alive. It's really pathetic. But these bags, they cost you a fortune, or 3-4 lakhs in Indian rupees. Minimum or 3 to 4 lakhs starting rate. And there is a definite market for it, especially in the European and American country. So my only message is 650, right? So it would be to say, be aware. First, என்ன நடக்குது நமக்கு தெரியணும், ஏன் நடக்குதுன்னு தெரியணும். Be sensitive, empathize, be kind, and be considerate, because your virus வந்து இன்னைக்கு எல்லாரும் என்னன்னு கேட்டுருச்சு. So don't take it for granted that you're the most powerful species on the planet. It is only as long as no other species wants to take your place. ஏதோ நம்ம அப்படி ஓட்டிட்டு இருக்கோம். That's also save yourself by saving others, other species, I mean. And what can we do? So basically, we have to minimize our negative impact on the ecosystem. To stop hurting animals. ஒரு எறும்பு போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். நான் நிறைய தடவை I've asked people, nobody has ever said no to me. ஒரு எறும்பு போயிட்டு இருக்கோம், பட்டாக்னு ஒரு அடி அடிப்போம். Why? Because it is small, we are big, we are powerful. We can just decide that animal is going to die now. அது உங்களை ஒண்ணுமே பண்ணலனா கூட we have that, that inborn hunter instinct to just kill it when you see it. So if it really doesn't trouble you, வீட்ல பல்லி இருக்கு, probably it doesn't trouble you, it is eating all the other insects for you. Why do you want to kill it? உங்களை என்ன பண்ணுச்சது? Do not buy article sourced from wildlife. தெரிஞ்சு பண்ணக்கூடாது, கண்டிப்பா. தெரியாம நான் பண்ணேன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாது. So that is the difference, தெரிஞ்சு பண்றவங்க வந்து they are definitely criminals. தெரியாம நான் பண்ணேன்னு சொல்றவங்க வந்து they should not be forgiven, because this is not such a age we are living in, that you can just say இல்ல எனக்கு தெரியலப்பா, and I was not aware. இல்ல ரொம்ப காமனா இருக்கிறது வந்து இந்த ஒரு மான் கொம்பு எடுத்து வச்சுப்பாங்க இங்க ஃபாரஸ்ட்டுக்கு போனா. இல்ல யாரா வந்து மான் கொம்பு வந்து அது தானா ஷெட் பண்றதுதான். நீங்க போய் மான் கிட்ட இருந்து உடைக்க போறது இல்ல, அது தானா ஷெட் பண்ணும். when it comes to velvet, it will grow new antlers, and then after the season rotting is over, it will shed its antlers. But அத காசு கொடுத்து வாங்குவாங்க. Someday that fellow, he won't be able to collect these antlers, he'll go and kill a deer. So you don't know how they are being sourced. So legalo illegalo, நீங்க வந்து you are civilized. We are all human beings. We don't need products made from animals, basically wildlife. So அது வந்து we should refrain ourselves, and we should also teach our kids to refrain from such அது என்ன சொல்றோம், அது சொல்லும் போதே பெருமையா சொல்லாங்க, எங்க வீட்ல வந்து மான் தோல் இருக்கு. They can say that. இல்லனா ஒரு பைசனோட ஸ்கல் இருக்கு. இது வந்து it's very very common, and it has that that charismatic value attached to it. So that's something we should break free from. And balanced development, once again, like development pannungra just for the sake of doing it, I don't know. You should value your options, and if you have a better option where you can maybe spend more money and save wildlife, I think it is high time as a country we decide to take such difficult decisions, not the easy ones. To increase your positive impact, appreciate forest and wildlife, not just your typical rainforest, but everything. Awareness irundana you can appreciate such forest. To get that awareness, you can join a nature club. You can, as a kid, I wanted to do something, I had no avenue. That avanga sonnanga and introduced பண்ணும்போது I was running a student club. That was the motive behind it, because I wanted to do something. I had zero options. ஏன்னா அப்ப சேலம்ல ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல. So I started my own club. I pulled in kids my age, and we started doing awareness programs. So இன்னைக்கு அப்படி இல்ல. இன்னைக்கு there are ample opportunities online. You can go to a forest. You can do so much. You can joining a club வந்து ஒரு பெரிய விஷயமே இல்ல. இன்னைக்கு invariably எல்லா ஸ்கூல்லயும் ஒரு nature club இருக்கு. So you have the platform, you have the opportunity. It is up to you to use it. Visit wildlife areas and do this legally. You keep seeing people going on a trek, permission வாங்கிருக்க மாட்டாங்க, they go and something goes wrong. Another scenario is people going in, you have every possibility of starting a fire, being bitten by a snake, getting caught in a fire, rolling down from the hill. It even happened in Salem recently Vinayakala or unfortunate incident ஆச்சு. Everything is because you don't take the legal permission to venture into a forest. உங்க வீட்டுக்குள்ள யாரா வராங்கன்னா உங்களை கேட்டுட்டு தானே வராங்க. You don't allow every Tom, Dick and Harry who wants to walk in. நம்ம gates open பண்ணி வைக்கலையே. We all have closed doors and closed gates because you have your privacy, you have your this is your secure environment. அதே மாதிரி ஒரு forest வந்து it is an environment by itself, and to enter that place you need the legal permission of the forest department. So don't take visiting wildlife areas. சும்மா இல்ல அன்னைக்கு கூட அவங்க சொன்னாங்க நாங்க ஃபாரஸ்ட்டுக்கு போனோம், அவர் இப்ப சார் ஒருத்தர் சொன்னாரு முதுமலை பக்கத்துல இருக்கேன்னு. doesn't mean he just wears his shoes and takes off into the forest. He'll be booked for trespassing. It's not possible. There are rules. Those rules are there to protect you and the animals. So that should be respected, and that also should be instilled in kids. Recognize your roles. As a human being, once again I would like to say, just because you're a human being and the phrase la we're trying to fit in every single action that we do. We say illa I have more power, I am so and so, so I can do this. It's not like that. You are so and so because you're put in that position, and you should take responsible decisions. Wherever you are, place yourself on the situation living, see what you are in the bigger picture. There are so many thousands of millions of species around you. What you as one person is doing, the correct tappana analyze panni, you take every decision. So another thing, I think we're right on time, 5 more minutes. A day in the life. This is because Bhavna was saying I should touch upon my work as a forester, because I don't know, a lot of people don't even know what an IFS or the role in theriyadu, what we do theriyadu. Obviously, see, this is one of the 3 all India services, the other 2 being IAS and IPS. So in the moon it's an all India service. Why so? Because when you clear this exam, you can be posted anywhere in the country. So I was posted to this cadre called AGMUT. AGMUT வந்து basically union territories இருக்கிற cadre, along with states of Arunachal, Goa and Mizoram. So I can be posted anywhere in these states till I retire. That's how I landed in Andamans. It is a union territory. I went there. But again, what does my job entail? What do I do? So I discuss just an overview. So basically, I'm a field forester because as a DFO, district forest officer or divisional forest officer, my rank would be deputy conservator of forest, DCF rank. So in the rank, usually when people are posted first time in the field, we spend considerable service in our field as field foresters, as DFOs. DFOs you will be given control of a particular area. Or a district you'll be called district forest officer. If Salem there is a district forest officer. He is in charge of all the forest within Salem legally. Divisional there can be 2 divisions in a district, or a division can have 2 districts. It can be either way. So basically or a field what we do is we go into the forest, we go for inspections, reviews. I do a lot of surprise visits. Andaman it is due east, so morning starts very early. ஒரு 6 o'clockலாம் sometimes வெயில் வர ஆரம்பிச்சிரும் சம்மர்ல. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சினாரியோல we used to go at 5:30 in the morning. ஏன்னா 6 o'clock எங்க field time start ஆயிரும். 6 to 2 ரொம்ப வெயில் இருக்கும். ஒரு 11 to 12 1லாம் it'll be like horrible. ஏன்னா UV rays is also very high. So our day starts very early. So இந்த மாதிரி reviews போறது, field inspection போறது, walking in the forest, all that happens in the morning. Then I go to office. Usually it's only paperwork. You go through your files, you finish up, you have office meetings, reviews, adella. So what do we do? Our basic job is protection. So what do we protect the forest from? Hunting, fire, conflict, vandals. In the vandalism, I have had many experiences in Andamans. At the morning we had an inauguration, and the previous night எங்களோட crane one group of people, they came, they poured petrol and they burnt it. So luckily we were all alert, and we had immediate information. We were able to hold that situation under control. Conflict man animal conflict, for example inga nariya neenga padipinga within the mainland, elephants inga vandirchu, leopard vandirchu, or snakes for that matter. So this is man animal conflict because we're sharing a landscape. It is bound to happen. You go into their territory or they come into your territory. So conflict la வந்து Andamansல we had this recent incident for crocodile. அது வந்து ஒரு bull attack பண்ணி killed the bull. Unfortunately, and the cow herd, he also reacted. He beat up the crocodile and it left the carcass, and it's been entering that same area. It's become highly territorial, huge animal, and we planned and we caught it in less than 48 hours. A very successful capture, and that is available on my YouTube channel. You can see Baratang போட்டிங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு வரும், crocodile capture in Andamans போட்டா கூட வரும். So that's something you can see. That's something like real time நாங்க எல்லாமே record பண்ணி we made a small documentary. Hunting and fire obviously நிறைய இருக்கு everywhere, and this is the fire season. That is why usually all the parks shut themselves in this time. யாருமே உள்ள entry allowed இல்ல. Lot of fire is happening and it is increasing. These days the temperatures are rising. Of course, everything is connected, global warming and all that. So fires they're playing a huge role these days. Plantation, definitely we do a lot of plantation. Forest kullayum we do plantation, timber extraction. Outside forest also we do. Ipo Pondicherry la proper forest nu edume illa, reserve forest. We only have one wildlife sanctuary in Osudu, but other than that or periya reserve forest mari illa. It's a small place. But what we do is a lot of planting. Every year or 5 lakh seedlings we are planting, including the department and other NGOs. So where do we do this planting? This is all done in city land, public land, institutions, government run places. Nariya medical colleges irukku, ella campuslayum there is greenery. So all this is called as trees outside forest, and forest cover outside protected areas. So this is very very important. This you can do. Kuandiyoda birthday ku oru ore oru tree venga. I'm not saying do it every year. Just do it once and make sure the kid takes care of that plant. It's amazing, that joy. Or a fruit tree or it can be anything, but if that child can relate with that tree, it'll instill a lot of values. Awareness creation, obviously we do a lot of camps. Public we do it for the fishermen, we do it for school students, we do it for other department people. NSA, for example, we work very closely with PWD, we work very closely with fisheries, we even work closely with Coast Guard, and we all go patrolling together. So அவங்களுக்கு இப்போ ஒரு allowed animal, இப்போ ஃபிஷிங்ல நிறைய constraints இருக்கு wildlife lawல. சிலதான் பிடிக்கணும், சிலது பிடிக்க கூடாது. So அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது when the Coast Guard they go themselves, ஃபாரஸ்ட் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல இருந்து யாருமே இல்லைன்னா கூட they should know what they're doing. எது பிடிக்கலாம், எது பிடிக்க கூடாது, which is legal, which is illegal. So in the awareness creation it's there for all walks of life, all types of people. So everybody fit in this. Of course, public interaction, we do a lot of problem solving for the people. And அங்க நிறைய பேர் they're all based on the forest. And we also have a lot of ecotourism work that we do, because இப்போ the most I would say cool way of spending your holiday is going to a forest. And ecotourism we play huge roles. And Baratangla there's this cave, a limestone caves, a brilliant place. It's it's coming forward. And in the establishing ecotourism site is not difficult. Any beautiful place. Okay. The problem comes when you have to manage. இப்போ ஒரு ரொம்ப fragile ஏரியால நீங்க நிறைய பேர் கூட்டிட்டு போயிட்டே இருந்தீங்கன்னா finally one day and the reason why you're going to that place and the reason போயிரும். So you have to again balance. எத்தனை பேர் கூட்டிட்டு போலாம், how do you take them inside, what precautions do you take. So Andamanla for example அங்க earthquakes are very very common. So ஒரு earthquake வரும்போது we ask the tourists to wait. So we go and we check. ஏன்னா அங்க network இல்ல, ஒரு mishap ஆனா கூட there's no way of contacting anybody immediately. It'll take a few hours. So and the caves they're very very fragile, huge caves, extremely fragile. So the earthquake there's every possibility that people can be trapped inside. It's definitely there. Landslides, and the caves மேல there are huge forests still standing. So இதெல்லாம் very responsible roles that we play. And of course forest dwellers, இது I think இங்கேயும் இருக்கு. We have a lot of tribal people here who are dependent on the forest. And Andamanla we have a lot of primitive tribal groups. So avangaloda interactions Some are actually confidential that I can't even divulge, but definitely something to learn from. And today they're all protected. You cannot enter their area. Or a particular time and the convoy, you have to go in a line. You cannot stop your vehicle. No interaction with them. Apde interact pani if you're caught, or if you're caught taking pictures of them, then you're put in jail for 7 years. So ivlo strict we're trying to maintain avangaloda individuality. The charisma is that they live in the forest, they make the living out of a forest and all the resources the forest has. Avangala நம்ம போய் change பண்ணனும் நினைக்கிறது வந்து I'm not for it actually, but we are doing our best to protect them so that they're not exploited. So we have a lot of interaction with forest dwellers. Again, adilum it has its ups and downs. They are also in close interaction with us. Avanga நம்ம கிட்ட இருந்து நிறைய pick பண்ணிக்கறாங்க. They know what a mobile phone is now. பாக்குறாங்க யார் போட்டோ எடுக்கறாங்கன்னு பாக்குறாங்க. They're able to improve their awareness because of this close interaction. So it is a two-way bridge there. Again, handling emergencies, definitely even during COVID, everybody does their duty. As an all India service officer, appo vandu we don't distinguish na in the forest la paapen appadina illa. We do everything that is expected of us. So this is what typically my work life is. And I would like to say all of you, thank you for tuning in. I would like to thank JCI for this wonderful opportunity, and requesting you all to stay indoors, stay safe, take right decisions. Risk edukradhukku avasiyame illa, because we have one life, and we should be careful of how we are going to live that life. So, and all of you, if you have any questions or anything, you can even route it back to me, Bhavna, if questions keep coming in. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
That is extraordinary with your session, and hats off to all your services what you have done so far. Literally, I think once in my entire lifetime till today, I'm seeing n number of skin laid out about those animals. So maybe you're so lucky to see all these things, but as a normal common person, it's like literally something new to the field. Thank you so much for the wonderful informations and the sharings of all your pathway, ma'am. I would like to add one surprise for you. Maybe that was a special privilege asked by one of your, I think, fan. So I have Rajeshwari Venkatraman ma'am from Salem. Ma'am, over to you.
Okay.
Thank you, Rohit. Thank you for the privilege. Vanjulavalli madam.
Hello.
Bomb.
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste. Superb, ma'am. Superb. Very happy to have you here. ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது மேடம். நான் வந்து as and when you were talking, I remembered Emerson சொல்லுவாரு, the earth laughs in flowers in them, but truly telling, the earth laughs because of officers like you. You are really created by God to be in the right place. ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு முன்னாடி ஒரு இது பார்த்தேன் மேம், ஒரு பிக்சரை. அதுல வந்து ஒரு மனுஷனுக்கு சுத்தி வந்து நிறைய அனிமல்ஸ் இருந்தது. அப்புறம் இன்னொரு பிக்சர்ல வந்து நேச்சர் வந்து தன்னை சுத்தி மனிதனையும் ஒரு அனிமலா பாக்குற மாதிரி ஒரு இது பார்த்தேன். So from that I understood, நம்மளும் வந்து we are part of the nature தான். We can't rule or we can't destroy or anything. ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது மேடம். நிறைய information. We are terribly happy, and we are so happy that you gave your very valuable time to us, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. And Bhavna, thank you so much.
I should thank you, Raji ma'am. I have a special privilege actually.
Bhavna ma'am, 2 minutes. We have one more participant who want to have a few words.
Thank you, Rohit.
Thanks
so
a lot,
much.
ma'am. Thank you, Raji. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, we have Prabhu sir with us who wants to have a few doubts with you. So, Prabhu sir.
Hello, uncle.
Manju, எப்படி இருக்க?
நல்லா இருக்கேன் uncle. நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா?
Actually நல்லா இருக்கேம்மா.
So happy to see you here.
Yeah. Actually நான் வந்து past president in JCI.
Wonderful. I didn't know.
Actually ஒரு ஆவாத செஷன்ல தான் உன்னோட ஃளையர் போஸ்டிங்கே பார்த்த, இல்லைன்னா சொல்லி இருப்பேன். என்ன வியூயர்ஸ் என்ன சொல்லி இன்ட்ரோ பண்ணீங்க தெரியல. வஞ்சு ஃப்ரம் பார்ன் வந்து ஃபாரஸ்ட் லவர், அனிமல் லவர், அண்ட் அந்த பிளான்ஸ் ட்ரீஸ் எல்லாம் அவங்க வீடு பாத்தீங்கன்னா வீட்டுக்குள்ளார ஒரு இடம் விடாம பிளான்ஸ் ட்ரீஸ், மேல வந்து ஒரு சின்ன கார்டன் இருக்கும், அதுல வந்து ஒரு பேரட்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் வெரி பியூட்டிஃபுல் லவர் ஃபார் த நேச்சர். என்ன சொல்லி இன்ட்ரோ பண்ணீங்கன்னு தெரியல நீங்க வஞ்சுக்கு. பட் ஐ நோ her at the age of 10 I think we introduced with very nice, very kind of him. அதே மாதிரி ரொம்ப 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 பொறுமைசாலி, ரொம்ப 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 கேதரிங்ல வந்து வஞ்சு வந்து பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா கேதர் பண்ணுவாங்க. அவங்களோட அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்க்கு மெயின் ரீசன் அந்த கேதரிங் தான். அந்த கேதரிங்கு அப்புறம் வந்து கான்சன்ட்ரேஷன், அப்படியே யார் என்ன பேசுறாங்க, எங்கெங்க என்ன நடக்குதுங்கிற அந்த அப்சர்வேஷன் தான் ரொம்ப நல்லா பண்ணுவாங்க. எனிவே சூப்பர் செஷன். வியர்ஸ் ரோஹித், ஆக்சுவலா பாத்தீங்கன்னா வஞ்சு வந்து நீங்க வந்து ஒரு ஐஎஃப்எஸ் பாக்காதீங்க. ஷி இஸ் ஆல்சோ எ ட்ரைனர். ஷி நோஸ் வெரி வெல் இன் டான்ஸ். பரதநாட்டியம் வந்து பக்காவா ஆடுவாங்க. ஸோ ரோஹித், வி கேன் மேட் ஒரு ட்ரைனிங் செஷன் கூட அவங்க கூட நீங்க ஒரு இது டைப் பண்ணலாம். பியூட்டிஃபுல் ட்ரைனர். Go ahead. Congrats, Anju. Congrats.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavana. Ma'am, we have one more question from the participant. Star tortoise, why it is sent to
Southeast Asia
from India,
right.
India, ma'am.
Right. So star tortoise, I'll tell you a very funny story. என்னோட ஆபீஸ்ல நான் இப்ப 2 வச்சிருக்கேன், and I have kept it in my chamber itself. The video I can show it to you if I was doing this from the office. That's because யாரோ ஒரு நாள் காலையில எங்க ஆபீஸ் கேம்பஸ்குள்ள தூக்கி போட்டு போயிட்டாங்க. It is only in wildlife trade because it is seen as a beautiful pet. அது வந்து ரொம்ப ரொம்ப easy maintenance. நீங்க ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண வேணாம், but it looks very pretty, very very pretty. So usually star tortoise trade வந்து it is for pet trade only, and definitely illegal. அது வந்து schedule 1 species. It is given the highest level of protection. It is equal to a tiger ன்னு நீங்க வெச்சுக்கோங்க மனசுல. ஒரு டைகரை வீட்ல வெச்சிட்டா legally how much of trouble you will be in, it is the same for a star tortoise. So of course I don't support that. நீங்க வீட்ல வளர்த்துறதுக்கு நிறைய turtles இருக்கு. If anybody is interested, you know, kids க்கு வந்து pets இருக்கிற kids ஓட brains வந்து apparently they develop very differently to pets இல்லாத வீட்ல இருக்கிற kids. So definitely it has a huge impact on your right and left brain. நீங்க வந்து படிச்சு பாத்தீங்கன்னா you'll be able to appreciate what I'm saying. அதுக்காக there are turtles வந்து வீட்ல வெச்ச கூடாதுன்னு நினைக்காதீங்க. இப்போ பெருமாளே வந்து டர்ட்டிலா வந்திருக்காரு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி பார்த்தா கூட இட் பேலன்சஸ் அவுட், யூ நோ. ரெட் இயர்ட் ஸ்லைடர்னு இருக்கு, குட்டி குட்டியா இருக்கும். யூ கேன் ஃபைண்ட் இட் இன் எனி அக்வேரியம். எங்க வீட்ல வந்து ரொம்ப பெருசாகி இட் இஸ் ஸ்டார்டட் லேயிங் எக்ஸ். இட் இஸ் ப்ரீடிங் பியூட்டிஃபுல்லி. So those turtles you can definitely keep, and it will be wonderful for the kids to watch also.
Thank you, ma'am. I think rather than dragging it, we request Bhavana madam to have your privilege. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, ZVP Rohit sir, and it was really an eye-opening for us because it was a torch-bearing session for the dark side of the wildlife. Because enna portha varikkum chinnappo when we were like 9th or 10th, usually zoo povom ange irukra animals mattum paathittu vanduruvom, and we assume only these are the species existing around us, and that too in zoos. That's it. Ana when it's a special experience, especially with the wildlife, because எப்போ நான் வந்து MSc சேர்ந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் when we went to the field trips, when we started working with the wildlife, it's another different beautiful world where we lose ourselves, and we unknowingly or like unconsciously we start loving the nature, start loving working towards it selfless. So today I can see that a lot of informations, lot of insight learnings of wildlife, which is very 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 needed for need of the hour now. So thank you for the wonderful session, ma'am, and thank you for your precious presence. I know what is a hectic schedule of an IFS, and in spite of it you made it today because for the human cause, and thank you for the humanity towards us from you. And இன்னொரு special privileges Raji ma'am and other humanity god I can say for me, because நேரத்துக்கு கால் பண்ணாலும் எப்போ நான் மேம் அக்கா இந்த மாதிரி அப்படின்னு ஒரு சின்ன விஷயம் நான் கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சாலுமே she immediately gives me the positive vibes. The positive vibe ன்னு எடுத்தாலே I feel like talking to her. And thank you Raji ma'am, because of you only I guess today the session is been possible, because you referring me such a wonderful personality, and thank you once again. So Rohit bro, can we proceed for the vote of thanks?
Yes, please. I request JC HF Bhavna Kamal Kumar to give the vote of thanks. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, ZVP sir, and special appreciations and heartful thanks to the today's trainer of the session, Vanjula Valli madam, and because this is something like a special day for us, because we give a lot of multidimensional trainings since like the lockdown, but today I felt like this is somewhere untouched part which is given to the ladies and others also. So thank you for your presence being here. And I would like to thank the past national president, Balavelagam sir, who is the backbone of JCI Zone 17, keeping the Zone 17 always vibrant and dynamic with his ideas and mastermind. And I would also give my thanks to our vibrant zone president, who is like 24/7 working for the upliftment of Zone 17 with his
All right. I think this happens always because Madam is from Kotagiri. So whenever she tries to have her wording in the middle of that thing, the entire towerman gets disturbed. Thank you, Bhavna Madam. On behalf of her, I would like to thank. Yes, ma'am. On behalf of Bhavna Madam, I would like to thank our past national president Balavelagam sir, who's our in complete guiding line to organize such a wonderful sessions every day especially for all our JC people. I would like to thank our 2020 hero, our zone president Madhivanan sir, who, I mean, right now he wanted to join us, but with a few other meetings he couldn't join us. But on behalf of, I would like to thank all the participants and also our today's speaker. Wholeheartedly, I thank Aishwarya for giving a wonderful introduction about our speaker. And I would like to thank Bhavna Madam for initiating us to show the singer penny with us because it's not so easy to become an officer, and also standing in that position, it's not easy to be so down to the earth. Thank you so much, madam, for joining us. Thanks a lot, participants, for joining us. Again, we'll meet you up tomorrow. Ma'am, do you have any few words to speak out, or can we wind up, ma'am?
Who, me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, I do. If there are any questions, please route it, and I'd be very happy to answer all of them. In the question, idella or question abdilla nanichiradinga. You don't know how important it might be. So feel free. Ena idu romba or unknown field. So everything is a question idella. Same for your kids. Nariya padikka kodunga. Reading the act of taking a book and reading it's going down, and that's again a big cause for all that we are facing today. Suttama awareness illa neenga, but if you take a fictional or a novel eduthu padicha kuda adu France la edho or edathla it will be set in that place, and now you'll know what is there in France. So you don't know what all you pick up, what all you imbibe, so that way you can ask your kids to read. And any questions, please get in touch, and do watch that crocodile capture on YouTube. It'll be fun. It'll be cool.
All right, thank you so much, ma'am. I think people have asked plenty of questions in the chat box. I mean, kindly share us your YouTube link of Andaman crocodile documentary, ma'am. I think it will be pretty much better that you can share your mail ID, ma'am, so that people can have a direct interaction with you.
Definitely, I'll do
okay,
it right.
Another 1 minute to go, so we'll request you to share your mail ID, ma'am, so that people can have a direct contact.
Yeah, I'll do that first. Ma'am.
Meanwhile, I would like to thank all the participants who have joined us today, getting so much of informative, and I think getting inspired by Madam. Kandipa future la Madam ki equal innorthanga varuvanga appdi edirpaakra. Thank you so much, Madam. I'm waiting for your mail ID, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm sharing this link.
Yes, ma'am.
And my ID.
Okay, I think participants, Madam has shared both the things. YouTube link kuduthirukanga and avangaloda Gmail ID kuduthirukanga. Thank you so much. But if you have missed the email ID, nothing to worry. You can ask Bhavna, madam. She'll help you out with getting connected with madam. And thank you so much once again for joining us this evening. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Good day. Stay home, stay safe, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.